Guys, let's go into the players who have made the All-Star game. Okay, I'm going to go player by player for Team WNBA. So get ready. All right, I do want to start in the A. Start with Alicia Gray, who made the All-Star game this year. So she is a second-time selection for the All-Star game, and for the second year straight. So last year was the first year that she was selected to become a WNBA All-Star, and this is the second year that she's been able to do that. She plays for the Atlanta Dream, and so far she's been doing her thing. She's been averaging 15.6 points a game for the squad, and she, especially because the Atlanta Dream has been playing games without Ryan Howard, who's been out with injury. Having a player like Alicia Gray who can do a little bit of everything. She can drive basket, she could shoot, and ultimately she really is the leader on the court for the Atlanta Dream. And having her be selected to the All-Star team, it makes a lot of sense. I think she really has been showing up and showing out and doing her thing for the Atlanta Dream. One thing to note, guys, is that she is a former Olympian. Not for 5-on-5 basketball, but for 3-on-3 basketball. She won the inaugural 3x3 Olympic gold medal, and that was in 2021. All right. And also, guys, she was the WNBA Rookie of the Year in 2017. All right, so that is Alicia Gray, her second time becoming a WNBA All-Star. Next up, I do want to talk about Dearica Hamby. So Dearica Hamby has been flat out phenomenal this year. This is the third time that she's been selected to the All-Star game, and she has been doing her thing. If you all know that she previously played for the Las Vegas Aces, and for the last 2 seasons she's been in LA, and she has been the end all be all for the LA Sparks. She came into this season wanting to get at least one MVP vote, and she is doing her best to get that. She is one of the rare players in the WNBA right now that is averaging a double-double. She's averaging 18.4 points a game, 10.3 rebounds a game. She has been absolutely doing her thing. Our dog says Hamby has been balling all year. Absolutely been balling all year. She has put her team on her back. Yes, the LA Sparks is not a very good team. They're not. But she gives them a chance every single game, night in and night out. And also, a thing to note, guys, is that she is a 2-time Sixth Woman of the Year, and she is actually going to be in the Olympics this year. She was named as the replacement player for the 3x3 Olympic team due to her teammate Cameron Brink going down with an injury. Because of that, Dearica Hamby is now going to be going to Paris and playing for Team USA on the 3x3 team. She does have 3x3 experience. Dearica Hamby has been balling for 3x3, and she now has the opportunity to represent her country for 3x3 basketball. So shout out to Dearica Hamby. Best of luck when she goes over to Paris for 3x3. But yeah, she has been doing her thing this year, and she's been rewarded with the votes to become a 3-time All-Star. So shout out to Dearica Hamby for that. Alyssa is asking, will you call the 3x3 gold medal game? Yes. I will. And I will try my best to cover as many of those, as many Olympic games as possible. I'm going to try my best. Okay. I am going to try my best. Timothy is asking, how tall is she? How tall is Dearica Hamby? I believe she is 6'3". I believe that is her height, 6'3". Yes, Eddie. Yep. The Sparks are definitely missing some players. Yeah, our dog. Yeah, Dearica Hamby's good at 3x3. I think she is the perfect replacement for Cameron Brink, because after Cameron went down, I was like, yeah, if there's one person I could have replace Cameron, it would be Dearica, because like Cameron, Dearica is a post player who can play like a guard. She can dribble. She can shoot. She could defend post players and guards. She is quick on her feet. And I think that's going to be something that she's going to bring to Team USA for 3x3. All right, let's continue on and let's talk about Kelsey Mitchell. So Kelsey Mitchell, if y'all don't know, she plays for the Indiana Fever, and this is her second time becoming a All-Star. Last year was actually her first year becoming a WNBA All-Star, and now she's in her second appearance in an All-Star game. She has been doing her thing for years. She has been playing very, very well for the Indiana Fever. She used to be the end-all be-all for this team, and now she actually has a squad around her. Last year was kind of like the starting of that with Aaliyah Boston, and now with Caitlin and Aaliyah. Kelsey is still doing her thing. She's leading the squad in points per game with 16.3 points a game. She also, in the last several years, she's been top of the WNBA when it came to points per game. From 2020 to 2023, she was ranked in the top 10 in terms of points per game for WNBA players in terms of scoring each season. She is, yes, as Angel says in the chat, yes, Kelsey Mitchell is a straight up shooter. She really is. She is one of the players that actually I was kind of surprised that she made the All-Star team. Not crazy surprised, but I was surprised that she deserves it, of course. But one of the many players that I'm going to talk about in this list that I thought could have gone either way in terms of making the All-Star game. But I mean, absolutely shout out to Kelsey Mitchell. She has been trying her best with the Indiana Fever for years, and she is now starting to get rewarded for that. So Kelsey Mitchell is not going to the All-Star game alone. She is going to be joined by several of her teammates, including Aaliyah Boston. So Aaliyah Boston is heading to her second WNBA All-Star team. So last year was Aaliyah Boston's first year in the WNBA, and she became the Rookie of the Year last year as well. And she heads into this season with a slow start to start the season, and then she ramped up and got going. And she's doing her thing so far this season. She is averaging, she is 10th in the WNBA in terms of rebounds so far this year. She is doing a really good job in the pick and roll game with her and Caitlin Clark for this season. If y'all don't know, she is 6'5". Maybe I'll just start saying people's heights as we go through this. And so yeah, she is 6'5", and is the starting center for this Indiana Fever team. So far this year, she is playing quite a few minutes. And she's scoring a boatload of points. So far she is, I believe she's averaging 13.3 points a game, and she has a better 3-point shot, better 3-point shot than ever. She's shooting at least one 3-pointer a game. Let's see what y'all have in the comments. Timothy says she earned it. Love her game. Michaela says Aaliyah Boston now is definitely for sure an All-Star to me. Yeah, she's definitely kind of picked up the pace as the season has progressed and has been doing very, very, very well. Not only is she getting points, she's also grabbing rebounds as well. 8.4 rebounds per game so far for this season. And yeah, she's been doing her thing. She's absolutely been doing her thing. Mr. CM, we're going to talk about snubs in just a hot second once we get through the players who are actually on the team. All right, so it's not just Kelsey Mitchell. It's not just Aaliyah Boston. They also have a third player who is on the All-Star team for this year, and that is none other than Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark has made her first WNBA All-Star team. Her first because this is her rookie year. She was the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft this season. And she's been doing her thing. She's absolutely been doing her thing. She leads rookies in points and assists. She's averaging 16.2 points a game and 6.9 assists per game. She also is the fastest player in the WNBA history to reach 300 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists. So that's pretty phenomenal. She is, yes, absolutely, before someone says it in the chat, yes, she is also leading the W in turnovers, which I do believe is going to improve over time. But turnovers aside, I think she really has been phenomenal for this Indiana Fever team. And as a collective, her, Kelsey, Aaliyah are really giving the Indiana Fever a good chance to actually make a WNBA playoff appearance for this season. So for the month of May, Caitlin was the Rookie of the Month, and yeah, she's just been doing her thing. She's been hitting a bunch of 3-pointers. She is passing the ball like crazy, and she's showing people that yeah, she's ready for the WNBA, and she's doing a good job at it. Now Michaela says they always gonna get in you if you don't mention turnovers. I know, yeah. If I don't mention the turnovers, then you're gonna have a whole bunch of people saying you're praising her too much because look at her turnovers. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. All right. James says so in what? Oh, okay. James says, I'm one of them that doesn't know the game's history. I've not watched any basketball since I got out of high school early. So in saying that, if you are new to the WNBA like myself and you find you really like someone else great. I mean, James, I'm happy that you are new to the WNBA. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great time. And there's so many players that you can choose from. Like just listening to the list of the players who have made the All-Star team, I would say, just select some players from there and watch some of their previous games and rock out from there. There's so many talented players in the W. You can just pick the region that you live in and say, hey, okay, this team is going to be my favorite team, this player is going to be my favorite player, and just rock out from there. There's so many favorite players to choose from in the WNBA, so many players to choose from. And guys, I can't talk about Caitlin Clark without immediately talking about Angel Reese, because those are the players that are put together quite a bit. So we have Caitlin Clark, who has made a All-Star appearance as a rookie. And we also have Angel Reese, who has made a WNBA All-Star team. And here's the thing about Angel Reese. She was drafted number 7 in the WNBA draft this year. She was drafted to the Chicago Sky. And to me, I think the Chicago Sky was the most perfect place for her to go to, because it really is a place that I feel like has really put her forward for success. She has been dominating the boards for this season. She is leading the WNBA right now in rebounds. And guys, the only other player who's been as dominant as she has been as a rookie on the rebounding front is Tina Charles. So right now, Angel Reese is averaging 11.4 rebounds per game for the season. And the only player who has been up there is Tina Charles, who averaged 1.7 in 2010 when she was a rookie. So, Angel Reese has been doing her thing. She has been averaging a double-double for the entirety of June. And not only is she grabbing rebounds, she's also doing a really, really good job on the defensive end. She has active hands. She's everywhere when it comes to the Chicago Sky on the defensive end. She's also scoring points. She's averaging 13.2 points a game. And she's stealing the ball as well. I believe she is leading the team in steals for this season. So Angel Reese is doing her thing, absolutely. And for those who say that all she does is rebound the ball, I mean, that's a huge part of it, right? That's a huge part of the WNBA is rebounding the ball. And she's proven that she is doing it at an elite level better right now than anyone else in the WNBA. All right. Um, yeah, finisher 3X says 1.7 steals per game for Angel. Yes. She is doing her thing. She is a floor leader as a rookie. She's a floor leader. There are so many times where I see her bring her teammates together and talk about stuff. When Marina Mabrey was missing all those free throws, who came to her? Angel Reese came to her and said, "Hey, I believe in you. You can do this." She, like Kennedy Carter, same thing. She's a player who just absolutely does her thing. She's a leader on the court for her teammates, and she rocks out. Adrian says Angel averages 11.8 rebounds. Yeah. So that 11.4 was actually yesterday morning's stats. So yes. Now she's averaging 11.8 rebounds a game. Again, the best player in the WNBA when it comes to rebounding. And no, she is not only rebounding her own misses. That is not what's happening. Okay. She does rebound her misses. It's not all her misses that she is rebounding. All right. If you take away her missed shots, she's still at the top of the WNBA when it comes to rebounds per game. Dragon says better than anyone else, which includes vets. Yes. Alyssa says, I appreciate Tina Charles giving Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso pointers. Yeah. And the thing to note is that, like, it wasn't like Tina Charles was going up to them and saying, hey, I have a lot of advice for you. Listen to me. It was actually that when you looked at it, like, Angel Reese sought out Tina Charles. And like was showing how much she appreciated Tina and her game. And Tina was like, okay, I'm gonna share some knowledge with you. So it wasn't like she was running to give Angel advice. It was that Angel showed herself to be friendly, showed herself to be a learner, and showed herself to be appreciative of Tina Charles's game, where Tina was like, hey, I teach you something. You seem to be an awesome person. I'm gonna teach you something about the game. Nivea says Angel definitely exceeded expectations in the Rookie of the Year running. Absolutely. Correct, Dragon. Yep. Thanks for rocking with me, James. Thanks for rocking. Doug says Angel's offense is awkward, layups or shooting. She is best when she is grabbing a rebound and scoring. Yeah, her shot is awkward. Specifically, her layup is awkward. But if she's successful at it, hey, why not? Why not keep it? But yeah, it is a bit of an awkward layup that she does. But again, guys, she's doing her thing for this season. Again, she's averaging 13.2 points a game, 11.8 rebounds per game so far this season. All right, let's continue on. And actually, before we do, I actually do want to show some video of Angel Reese when she found out that she was going to be an All-Star. She found out actually after the game, yesterday's game was over between the Atlanta Dream and the Chicago Sky, a game that the Chicago Sky won, might I add. But in the locker room, Angel Reese found out that she was an All-Star. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that video because I thought that was a really awesome moment. One last thing that not really fast. We got an All-Star in the building. Ground. So that was video of Angel being notified that she's an All-Star, and here is what she had to say in the post-game presser about being an All-Star?
Well, but the emotions is not something I've seen from you yet. Yeah. So can you just describe the reason for the series? And well, we won today. We won today, but they just told me I'm an all-star. And I mean, I'm just so happy. I know the work I put in coming into this league. So many people doubted me and didn't think my game would translate and I wouldn't be the player that I was in college or better or would be worse and wouldn't be where I am right now. But I trusted the process and I believed and I'm thankful that I dropped to 7 and was able to come to Chicago and like it's just a blessing. I can't thank my teammates and my coaches enough for just believing in me and trusting me. And I know all of them are going to come to Phoenix and support me. So I'm really happy. You talked a lot about the journey of with the game.
All right, so that is what Angel Reese had to say. Talking about her being named a All-Star. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. Again, it's not that common for rookies to become All-Stars. Like it's not. Aaliyah Boston did it last year. This year we see both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese do it. And that's a huge deal. That is absolutely a huge deal. And speaking of video, actually, I forgot that I actually did have video of the Indiana Fever, and them talking about becoming All-Stars as well. So let's roll that video as well.
Be able to play together as an all-star, but also like I think it's special. The talent that we have on this team. It's really amazing to be able to play together as an all-star, but also like I think this is really exciting for Caitlin being a rookie coming in, and just having an impact the way that she does. And so, like you said, it's a really, really big thing for our franchise, but I think more importantly, um, kind of shows like where we are as players and where we aspire to be individually. And I think any great player, great competitor has an all-star somewhere down their list. And we put in a lot of hard work, and so it feels good to kind of see these two ladies like smile about this process, and for myself, together we can experience it. So I was gonna say that opportunity. Yeah. I know you guys spent a lot of time together, Robert. Yeah, we're all gonna be on the same team, so at least we'll have each other. You're good. Have some familiarity, I guess. I don't know. But no, obviously it's fun. It's cool. Obviously for myself to accomplish this in my rookie year. Um, but like I'm just lucky to be a part of these two or with these two, and like you said, like it's big for our franchise too. Like I think it just shows the talent we have, and slowly just putting that together, and the future is bright. Obviously, me and AB, like year 1 and year 2. Kelsey year's a little bit older, but other than that, like that's pretty exciting.
All right, so that was what was said. There is another clip I want to show as well, because during that post game presser, Caitlin was specifically asked about teaming up with Angel Reese, and I thought it was a cool quote. So I'm gonna go to that video now actually, so we can show what Caitlin said specifically about being teammates with Angel Reese.
Yeah, that'd be like I don't think I've ever been with you say that for me. I know people are gonna be really excited about it, but I hope it doesn't take away from everybody else. Like this is a huge accomplishment for everybody on Team USA, and they all deserve the same praise. Like I don't want it to take away from any of that and just be the focal point of all weekend. It's not fair to them. Obviously this is something that's really hard to accomplish. So the best we can celebrate all of them will be great, and just gonna obviously soak in the experience. Like you never know if you're ever gonna be able to get back there, and it'll be fun for all of us. Yeah, that'll be. I don't think I've ever been.
So yeah, that is what Caitlin Clark had to say um being teammates with Angel Reese, and I loved her response to that is because she's like, hey, yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll be new. They've never played together before, but she's like, hey, like there's a lot of players who are going to be in the All-Star game. Let's not make this a 2-person show. And I love that. I really do. Like I really do love that that commentary because yeah, I mean this likely will be a Caitlin and Angel team up type of All-Star game. I think that's going to be like the biggest narrative coming into it. And I like the fact that she was like, hey, there's lots of other players. Let's not make this just an us thing. Which, I always think is pretty cool. All right. So guys, I do want to yes, Eddie. Eddie says she's great at recognizing other players, great sportsmanship. Yeah. Yeah. Michaela says Caitlin's right. Yeah, she is right. She's right. Absolutely. I guess some people in the chat are saying that Angel's a center. Yeah, she's not a center. Yeah, she's a power forward. She's a power forward. Camilla, she starts with Camilla Cardoso. And before that, she was starting with Elizabeth Williams. And guys, while we are on while we are on Angel, I actually want to just talk through something real quick, okay? All right. So in the last several games for the Chicago Sky, yesterday they played against the Atlanta Dream. Angel Reese had 19 rebounds. All right. Again, 19 rebounds against the Atlanta Dream. All right. We move forward, or we move backwards to the 30th of June, when the Chicago Sky played the Minnesota Lynx. In that game, Angel had 16 rebounds. Against the Las Vegas Aces, Angel had 11 rebounds. Against the Indiana Fever, for the third time, Angel had 16 rebounds. The day before that, or not the day before that, a couple days before that, against the Dallas Wings, Angel had 18 rebounds. The day before that, or a couple days before that, she had 13 rebounds. Then 14 rebounds, then 10 rebounds, then 13 rebounds, 11 rebounds, 10 rebounds, and 13 rebounds. Those are all the rebounds that Angel Reese had in every single game in June. Above 10 in every single game, and in some games significantly over 10. So I just want to just hammer in the fact that, like, yes, Angel Reese deserves to be on this on this All-Star team. She really does. And then there's a lot of people who are saying that she doesn't, and talking and saying what they're saying, and that's all right. I do just want to let you all know that, like, she actually has been balling. She actually has been balling in June, and it's continuing into July. Okay, this takes nothing away from other players to admit that Angel Reese has been doing a good job, and no, it is not all on her own misses. Okay, James says, did I get booted? No, you didn't. Timothy says, wow. Yep. Paris says 19 rebounds. A Rodman or a Dwight Howard number. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were waiting. Michaela says, do y'all remember that stretch when we were waiting for Angel to get that double-double? Seems so foreign. Yeah. And the thing is, it's not like this is double-doubles is new to Angel Reese, because Angel Reese, like, she was absolutely phenomenal at LSU. All right. During her time at LSU, she had 61 double doubles in 2 years. 61 double doubles in 2 years. All right. She has a record of 34, I believe it was 34 straight double doubles that she had in college. So, she is a double machine. All right. So that's what she does. That is what she does. That is her thing, rebounding the basketball. All right, guys, I do want to move on. Let's talk about another player who has made the All-Star team, and that is Brionna Jones. So Brionna Jones, if you don't know, she does play for the Connecticut Sun. And Brionna Jones really is like the calming effect for the Connecticut Sun. I think she's been having a really good season this year. Brionna is making an All-Star appearance for her third time, and overall, she's playing extremely well. A thing to note, guys, is that she was out almost I think for at least half of the season for last year. She was out. She had a Achilles injury, and so she was out for that. And this year she's come back and she's been doing her thing. So far this season, she's averaging 13.2 points a game, 6.9 rebounds a game, and she is in her 7th season in the WNBA. She was the 6th woman of the year in 2022. Because yes, she did indeed used to come off the bench. That was when Jonquel Jones was with the Connecticut Sun. But since Jonquel Jones left and went to New York, Brionna Jones has gotten that that center starting position, and she's been doing her thing. She's absolutely been doing her thing. A thing to note is that she is a very, very, very efficient shooter. She's shooting 54% from the field this season. So that's pretty high. that is pretty high. And again, I think she's just another player who I actually was not sure that she was going to make the roster. Like for the All-Star game. Like, yes, she's been doing her thing, but I wasn't sure if she was going to make it. But she absolutely deserves it. I think she's been doing her thing. Yes, finisher Brionna Jones is legit. Yes. Timothy says she is a quiet killer. Facts. Now I said the thing about her previously being a player that came off the bench. And the player that she used to come off the bench for is the next player that I actually want to talk about. And that is Jonquel Jones. So Jonquel Jones has made another WNBA All-Star appearance. This is going to be her 5th All-Star selection. She is a former WNBA MVP. She won the MVP in 2021. She was also a 6th player of the year as well. She won that in 2018. And Jonquel Jones is Jonquel Jones. Y'all, if y'all don't know, she is also called JJ. So if y'all hear people talk about JJ in the WNBA, they likely are talking about Jonquel Jones. Okay. So far for the New York Liberty, she is averaging 16.5 points a game and 8.8 rebounds a game. A thing to note, guys, is that she is the most efficient shooter in the WNBA right now. She's averaging 58% from the field, which is very, very efficient. And the thing to note is that she's not just shooting shots at the basket. She also shoots 3-pointers, mid-rangers. She can kind of do a little bit of everything for Jonquel Jones. And she really is a key piece to this New York Liberty team and the reason why they are absolutely balling so far. Doug, sometimes she does disappear. She did disappear in that Commissioner's Cup game, but when Jonquel Jones is on, you can't stop her. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop her. But yeah, sometimes she is off. I mean, I think that's I think that's kind of the case for all the players that we're talking about in this in the stream. But yeah, you are right about that. B Will says JJ is the truth. I love her game. She's my 2nd favorite big in the league. Yeah, I mean she's really, really good. Finisher says Jonquel Jones equals a tougher version of Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, all right. Coach Go says bring back Olympic tryouts. Why? Why are we bringing back Olympic tryouts? Michaela says JJ is my MVP. I don't know who Asia is. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Timothy is asking what's her height. She is 6'6". All right. YouTube says Jonquel Jones shot 3 of 6 from the 3-point line last night on 21 points and 12 rebounds. New York is one of the best teams for sure. Yeah, they are. And they just beat the Minnesota Lynx. So yeah, they are now in my power rankings. They're now number 1. All right, let's continue on. And let's go back to Connecticut and talk about DeWanna Bonner. So DeWanna Bonner has made the All-Star game again. This is her 6th time becoming a WNBA All-Star. She is leading the Connecticut Sun in points per game with she's averaging 16.2 points a game. She is fantastic for this Connecticut Sun team. Really is a part of that big three. It's Alyssa Thomas, who's on the Olympic roster. It's DeWanna Bonner, and it's Brionna Jones, who are just constantly doing their thing. And DeWanna is another Sixth Player of the Year winner. Now, again, this is 3 Sixth Woman of the Year players back to back. It was Brionna Jones, Jonquel Jones, and DeWanna Bonner. So, I mean, six Woman of the Year. That's a great award to eventually, be in All-Star contention. Also, Dearica Hamby is another player who was named a Sixth Woman of the Year in the past. A thing to note is that DeWanna Bonner is 5th in the WNBA in total points. 5th in WNBA history in total points with 7,188 points in the W, which is kind of crazy. She's been around for a while. Again, this is her 6th time appearing in an All-Star game. And if you all are wondering how tall DeWanna Bonner is, she is 6'4". She's 6'4". College Bound wants me to make sure to note that it is a core 4 with Dejanay Carrington. She's one of my snubs that I'm going to talk about in a hot sec. Yeah. DeWanna is she's 36 years old, still doing her thing in the WNBA. Machiavelli says, Bonner, I love her game. Yep. Thank you so much, Cap. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. If y'all could, make sure to please hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. Hit that like button. Also, if y'all are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It only takes a second of your time to subscribe to the channel. Also, I do have merch. You can go to QLSapparel.com. That is QLSapparel.com for some awesome merch. I'm wearing one of my shirts right now. It says "Jokes on You, Women's Basketball Been Lit." So if y'all wanna rock that, y'all can do that at QLSapparel.com. All right, a little bit of a commercial break, and now let's go back into the players list. All right, so next up in All-Star WNBA All-Star appearance is Arike Ogunbowale. So Arike Ogunbowale is absolutely fantastic. She's 2nd in the WNBA in points per game with 23.7 points per game. She is the bona fide leader for the Dallas Wings. She's in a All-Star game for her 4th time. She was the 2021 WNBA All-Star MVP. So that's something to note as well. And actually, the game that she was the MVP on, that game in 2021 for the All-Star game, that was the last time that Team WNBA faced Team USA, because that was an Olympic year. Because of COVID, they had to move that back a year. And she was the MVP of that game. And that game, again, as I said earlier, Team WNBA did beat USA Basketball. They won that game 93-85. So that's something to note. But Arike Ogunbowale is a scoring machine. She's been a top 5 scorer pretty much every single year that she's been in the WNBA. And yeah. She's also number 1 in made threes in the WNBA right now. She has 59 made threes as of yesterday. And also she's leading the W in steals as well. So yeah, Arike Ogunbowale is doing her thing, and we'll get to see Arike on Friday. That's awesome. That is awesome. Squeezelle says, hit that like button if you rock with Quita. A lot of y'all, I don't know if that's autocorrect. A lot of y'all say Quinta. I don't know if that's as autocorrect or what, but I think it's kind of funny. Maybe I didn't know Quinta was like a name, but I see a lot of people say Quinta, so I assume that's autocorrect. But thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Again, hit that like button. That'd be awesome. KA says, why Team WNBA versus Team USA instead of East versus West? It's always a better rivalry that way to me. Well, the reason why is because this is an Olympic year, and this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to prepare Team USA for the Olympics. Like that's what it is. It's an opportunity for Team USA to get some burn in, because unlike some other countries, most of Team USA is all of Team USA is on a WNBA team, and so they don't have that much time to get games in before they actually compete in the Olympics, and that's why they play Team WNBA, because it's a great time to give the Olympic team some burn. Also, it's a great opportunity to give fans a competitive game, because I find that the most competitive games really is the Olympics versus the WNBA, because the Olympic team has an incentive to play well because they're playing for playing time in the actual Olympics. And so that's something to note. Um, I think that the normal format for the All-Star game, it's silly, because it's not that much of a break in between the All-Star game and regular WNBA play, and so team players don't go very hard and whatnot. And I do feel like that for the WNBA, the most competitive games really are the opportunity to see Team USA versus Team WNBA. So personally, that's my favorite. That's my personal. All right, all right, all right. Now let's move on to more WNBA All-Stars. Let's talk about Kayla McBride. So now here's the thing, guys. I was in first, if you don't know, Kayla McBride is a fantastic shooting guard from the Minnesota Lynx. This is her fourth time becoming a WNBA All-Star. And here's the thing, guys. I actually did not think that Kayla McBride was going to make the Olympic roster, or not the Olympic roster, the All-Star roster. And it's not because she wasn't deserving of it, because I think she absolutely is. But in many ways, I feel like the Minnesota Lynx does not get the attention and or credit that they deserve, and some of their players get snubbed. And I really did feel like Kayla McBride was going to get snubbed. She didn't deserve to get snubbed. I absolutely had her on my list. I had her on my list for making an All-Star appearance, and I just didn't think that she was going to get the fan vote and the player vote like that to actually make the team. And I'm very happy that she did make the team, because she has been fan freaking tastic this year. This is her first time getting back to the All-Star game since 2019. Again, this is her fourth selection, but she hasn't been an All-Star since 2019. She's been in the WNBA for a very, very, very long time. She is a sharp shooter, and she's scoring like crazy this year. This year, she's averaging 15.8 points a game. She's third in the league in 3-point shots made, with 55 made so far this year. She is, yeah, man, she is a player that can shoot the ball very, very well. We saw several games ago where she kind of went back to back to back to back to back with fantastic 3-point shooting games. I do want to highlight those for y'all to like show y'all how like crazy of a shooter she was. So there was a 2-game stretch where they played Phoenix on June the 7th, and Kayla McBride had 25 points in that game. She was 8 of 13 from the 3-point line. Again, 8 of 13, which is absolutely fantastic. 61% from the 3-point line. And she follows that up 2 days later in a game against the Seattle Storm, where she was 7 of 10 from the 3-point line. Again, 7 of 10. So 2 days before, she was 8 of 13. She waits 2 days, then she's 7 of 10 from the 3-point line. She had 32 points in that game. Kayla McBride is a walking bucket when she gets hot. And she absolutely is going to be a key piece for the Minnesota Lynx to actually make a run for the WNBA championship this season. She's been balling. She has absolutely been balling. So yeah, that is something to note. Zagerstein says Kayla McBride has the quickest release in the WNBA based on eye tests, no motion wasted. Yeah, she has a quick trigger. She has a quick trigger, that is for sure. All right, we only have one more player left to go on Team WNBA, and that is the the president herself, Miss Presidente. It is Nneka Ogwumike. So Nneka Ogwumike is with a new squad this year. She is with the Seattle Storm. This is her 9th time appearing in an All-Star game. And yeah, she's been doing her thing. So when it comes to All-Star appearances for active players right now, there is Diana Taurasi, who's going to be in her 11th All-Star game. Brittany Griner, 10th All-Star game. And we have Nneka Ogwumike with her 9th All-Star game. So far this year, she is averaging 17.2 points a game for the Seattle Storm. She's also averaging 7.3 rebounds. So 17.2 points, 7.3 rebounds a game. She doesn't have to do as much as she used to when she was with the LA Sparks. But she absolutely is a bona fide leader for the Seattle Storm team. It really is one of those glue pieces to get them to where they need to go. So again, I mean, Nneka's Nneka. She's been in the league for forever, and she consistently is good. Not even good. She's consistently great, and that's something that that's a thing. That is absolutely a thing. All right, guys. Also, if you don't know, she was drafted in the WNBA in 2012, which is a while ago. So she's been in the league for a long time. All right, so those are the players on Team WNBA.